Talking about our hometown Chicago Bulls. I'll tell you, starting to think Arturas Karnisovas is the reincarnation of John Paxson and Gar Forman. Anybody else think so? The Bulls at the trade deadline, they were a couple of games under 500 in the 10th spot in the play-in tournament. They made 0 moves. 0. Actually, one of the only 2 teams in the entire NBA to not make any moves. Them and the Cavaliers, but the Cavaliers are actually good. I mean, there's no need for the Cavaliers to make a specific move. But the Bulls, they could have gone in a couple of directions. They could have played to win and acquired more talent, or they could have sold everybody, done a fire sale, and started fresh. But no, they stayed the course. In the past 5 games, they're shooting 19% from three-point range. Worst amongst any team ever in NBA history in 5 games, in a 5-game span. Worst ever. 19% last 5 games from three-point range. So Arturas Karnisovas said, you know what? This team is perfect the way it is. Keep it. Keep this team. Keep these players. They're great. Shooting 19% from three-point range in the past 5 games. Great team. I think they're competitors. Yes, let's do it. What a damn joke. What a damn joke. How sad and pathetic has this team been all year? It's been up and down, 500. They've been losing games to teams they should have beat. They lost to the damn Rockets with this team with their starters in. Shouldn't that have been enough of a clue to blow things up? And they didn't do it. Now they're shooting 19% from 3 past 5 games right after the trade deadline. No moves, no buying, no selling, same. If they make the playoffs, they're going to be bounced round 1. And if they make it past round 1 or past the play-in tournament, they should still be bounced. I don't care how many games they win. Unless they win the finals this year and somehow get in, this entire team needs to be blown up. Now. Patrick Williams is a bust. A bust. It's over. Get rid of him. And look, I praised Arturas for the moves that he made early. Wendell Carter, Lauri Markkanen. But I have to say, maybe it wasn't necessarily a Lauri Markkanen or a Wendell Carter problem. Maybe it was a culture problem. Maybe it was a coaching problem. Remember, Markkanen started with, at the time, Fred Hoiberg, then Jim Boylan. Obviously, that was a whole disaster. Wendell was with Jim Boylan, another disaster. Arturas comes in, sends him out, which was nice, and yet now they're succeeding. They're doing good. Lauri Markkanen is going to be in the 3-point competition on All-Star Weekend. Lauri Markkanen. The hell's going on? And now Billy Donovan has said on the record that if Russell Westbrook's out there, the Bulls may want him, and I think that's just the best way to end the year, in my opinion. Couldn't do it any better. Let this team go down in flames. And this is not a slight on Russell Westbrook. I actually like Russell Westbrook. But it's obvious that the game has transcended him. It's gone past his head. Okay? Russell Westbrook is a drive guy, and he's a stat patter to an extent. Hey, he misses a shot, gets his own rebound, puts it back in. There's your triple-double. And the only way he's going to be effective is if the ball's in his hands 24/7. Has to be in his hands 24/7 or else useless. Doesn't work. The Bulls bringing in Russell Westbrook onto a crowded team of overpaid players like DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic. It ain't going to work, I'm telling you right now. It's not going to work. So the Bulls want to bring him in for a minimum salary in the buyout market. Great. That will really set them back. This reminds me so much of Fred Hoiberg's, maybe his first year here, where they had Dwayne Wade when he was all old and washed up, Jimmy Butler, and they made the playoffs somehow. Rajon Rondo was there. They'd lost in the first round, and everybody thought, oh my gosh, this is such a good team. No, they sucked. They were horrible. And at that time, there should have been something blown up. But there wasn't. Everybody believed, and they kept moving forward, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And now we sit here today, and what? It's going to be Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Nikola Vucevic, and potentially Russell Westbrook. 5 years ago, that'd be a hell of a team. Today, nothing. Nobody can play together. Nobody's winning. No one's doing anything productive. I just don't understand what happened. I don't get what happened. to this team. Just 2 years ago, Arturas and Mark Eversley came in and they had a plan, seemed like. They got rid of everybody on this team except Zach LaVine and Kobe White from the previous regime. Drafted, signed players, they ramped up, and the best this team did was 46 wins. And now they're under 500, losing, maybe a fringe playoff team. This is a damn joke. This is Gar Forman, John Paxson at work. This is Gar Pax Part 2. I said when they hired Arturas, I said this is a new era in Bulls history. It's exciting. But now I sit here today and I wonder if it really was or still is a new era. I'm wondering if this is just Gar Pax again, and then again and again and again. It's going to be years of the same and mediocre play and maybe a 5th or a 6th seed at best in the conference, and that's it. I'll tell you, it's scary. If you're a Bulls fan, I would be scared right now because the Bulls brought in so many people, made all these changes, and the best they're doing right now is 27-30. What's that mean for their future? What's that mean for next year and the year after? What are they going to do to improve? My thought is right now, sell everything. If you're paying Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, you may want to pay Nikola Vucevic too, and it's not working. It's time to blow up that core and start fresh. And I'd be okay with the Bulls rebuilding. It's going to be tough again. It's going to be worthless basketball. But what's the point of paying all these people and seeing nothing happen and seeing no results for your efforts and your labor? It's not good. It's not right. Whatever happened to Lonzo Ball, too? We still have nothing. We don't know anything about what's going on with him. Absolutely no idea what's going on with Lonzo Ball. Talk about a train wreck. My gosh. It's horrible. It's a damn shame, too. It is. You want to see the best from this team. And we all thought this would be the best. We all thought there would be something big coming from this. Arturas, Mark Eversley, DeMar DeRozan, Nikola Vucevic. Moves being made, and it's turned into nothing. It's turned into filthy rags, a joke. If I were the Bulls right now, I would sell everything and start from scratch. But I will say this, and this is true, and this is a scathing indictment, but it needs to be said. The fact that nothing was done either way at the trade deadline is a joke. Make a damn decision. Hey, if you're going to say we're going to be in this, then make a big trade, make a splash, make a move, and tell everybody we're back. If it's the opposite, then do that. If you want to blow this team up now, do it. Don't just stay complacent when you are complacent as it is. You're the 10th seed. You're in the middle. You're not going to get a top pick. And you're not going to be contending for the finals. So what are you going to do? What's the direction for this team? We don't even know. We have no idea. And I think that's where a lot of frustration is for Bulls fans like myself. What is the direction? What's the plan? Where are we going on this journey? Nobody seems to know. And nobody gave any clear indication about that during the trade deadline. And that pisses me off. And it should for you too. There are good guys on this team. There's some talented players on this team who were talented. Some still are, but they're not performing at the old level in which they were. Arturas has made a lot of mistakes, unfortunately, now. The moves were good at the time, but now they're biting him in the ass. And Billy Donovan could be in trouble. And what does Billy Donovan want to do? Bring in Russell Westbrook. I mean, what is going on here? What are we doing? That's the solution to the problem? Yeah, let's bring in Russell Westbrook. He was just cut by Los Angeles, essentially, and nobody wanted him there, and nobody wants him in the NBA. His career's probably over. Only shoots 29% from three. Have to keep going. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Bulls shot 19% from three the past 5 games. Worst ever in NBA history. Let's bring in somebody who has a career shooting percentage from three at 29%. Great idea, guys. Let's do it. Buyout market. But it's Billy Donovan's best friend. What is going on here? Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, I'm laughing because it's comical. 19% from three the past 5 games. Let's bring in somebody who's a career 29% three-point shooter. Where's that even coming from? Why is that idea being floated? It makes no sense. It's literally turned into a joke, a laughingstock. That's why I'm cracking up over here. Because that's the solution and the answer to what's going on in Chicago. No, you blow it up. That's it. Or make some sort of decisive move. Russell Westbrook coming in is not going to make you a contender. But it also says you're not blowing up. So we're back in the middle again. And here we go again. No moves at the trade deadline. You're going to bring in Russell Westbrook. What will all of this do for you? It won't help out your draft odds. And it won't help you get to the final. So what are we doing here then? What's the objective? What's the plan? What's it going to be? What's it going to look like? Nobody knows. And here we go. Arturas and Ebersley are just a new version of Garpax. We're back to where we all wanted to leave. I remember the day they fired Garpax. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. We did a show before pre-YouTube. We were so excited. But yet we sit here today just a couple of years later, and it's like, oh my goodness, it's still happening. Get us out of this nightmare. I just think it's damn sad. And it's pathetic for a team that, yes, was once the top of everything. Ever since Michael Jordan left, this team just hasn't put it together. And here we are still. 25 years later after the Bulls' last NBA Finals win? And they still can't put it together. And they're still searching and searching and searching. And you know what? Based on what they've done so far, they're going to keep on searching for many more years to come. Pathetic and sad.